An unsettling stillness hung in the air. It was unnaturally still. A fly buzzed annoyingly against the window pane. The clock on the wall ticked with relentless monotony, each second a hammer blow against the silence. Ruth Price sat alone in her dimly lit living room, a book resting unread in her lap. She couldn't shake the feeling of unease that had settled upon her. It was a primal instinct, a whisper of warning in the back of her mind. She tried to dismiss it, to lose herself in the pages of her book, but the feeling persisted. Something was wrong. She could feel it. Ruth rose from her chair and walked to the window, peering out into the night. The street was deserted, bathed in the orange glow of the streetlights. Shadows stretched and twisted, taking on menacing forms in her imagination. She told herself it was nothing, just her nerves getting the better of her. But deep down, she knew better. A sudden noise from outside startled her. It was a scraping sound, faint and indistinct. She strained to hear, her heart pounding in her chest. There it was again. Someone was out there. She scanned the street, her eyes searching the darkness. The shadows seemed to dance and swirl, concealing more than they revealed. A low whistle cut through the silence, sending a chill down her spine. It was close, too close. Fear coiled in the pit of her stomach, cold and sharp. She backed away from the window, her gaze darting around the room, searching for an escape, a weapon, anything. Her hand trembled as she reached for the phone on the end table. She had to call for help. She had to call someone. But who? And what would she say? A loud crash from downstairs shattered the silence. Ruth gasped, her heart leaping into her throat. Someone was inside the house. Adrenaline surged through her veins, overriding her fear. She had to hide. She raced towards the bedroom, her bare feet silent on the hardwood floor. As she fumbled with the doorknob, she heard the heavy thud of footsteps ascending the stairs. Panic seized her. He was coming. She slammed the door shut, her back pressed against the cold wood. The doorknob rattled violently. A shadow fell across the gap beneath the door. He was out there, just on the other side. A blood-curdling scream escaped her lips, the sound raw and desperate. It was a scream born of pure terror, a primal plea for help that echoed through the empty house. Section 4. Silence and Sirens. The horrifying aftermath of a tragic incident. Then, silence. An eerie, deafening silence. The only sound was the distant wail of approaching sirens, growing louder with each passing second. Red and blue lights pulsed in the darkness, casting an otherworldly glow over the scene. Two police officers approached the house cautiously, their hands resting on their holstered weapons. The front door hung open, revealing a glimpse of the carnage within. A trail of blood stained the entryway, a gruesome testament to the violence that had transpired. One officer knelt beside the body of a young woman lying sprawled on the living room floor. Her eyes were wide with terror, her lifeless hand still clutching the phone. The other officer moved cautiously through the house, his gun drawn, searching for the perpetrator. Section 5. A blood-stained wall. The haunting remnants of a life stolen. The investigation revealed a chilling narrative. Ruth Price had been the victim of a random act of violence, her life brutally cut short in the sanctuary of her own home. The killer was never found. The house on Elm Street stood empty, a silent monument to a tragedy that had shaken the community to its core. The bloodstains on the living room wall were a constant reminder of the horror that had unfolded within those walls. And the silence, that heavy, oppressive silence, seemed to linger long after the sirens had faded away, a haunting echo of a scream that would forever be etched in the memory of that